Have you ever wanted things to be better in your marriage, but you didn't know where to start? Well, actually, you might be sabotaging things and you're completely unaware. So that's what we're going to talk about today. 5 assessment questions to find out, what do you even believe about marriage? Hi, I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, Christian sex educator and relationship coach. And on this channel, we talk about how to overcome marriage and sex and intimacy issues by providing communication and connection tips. So we're so glad you're here. Now, today's question is, what do you believe about marriage? And what are those 5 questions? Okay, before I give you the questions, I need to just preface this a little bit. Why do people feel powerless and hopeless about their marriage? And maybe this is you. Sometimes these things just happen gradually in your marriage and you're unaware. You don't even know the drift has begun to happen, the dissatisfaction is happening, and so that gradual change, can catch you off guard, can sneak up on you. Also, maybe you've had a mindset of, oh well, this is just life. This is just what happens. Those kinds of thoughts can even begin in your childhood, and that may be the completely normal way for you to process your relationships. Also, you might have just a conflict resolution style of shutting down. So if there's a problem, you're not being proactive and jumping out there. You're like, ooh, power down mode. So those kinds of things could be at work. Also, I need to ask, why are people afraid to dream of more, to dream of something different and better, to just get their hopes alive again? They may think, I already tried something and it didn't work, so booyah, I'm just done with it. They may feel very alone in their marriage. And some people feel more alone married than they ever felt when they were single. Also, by this point, if it's been going on for a while, you might just say, I don't have the energy to do it. Needs to happen. Yeah, it's just not on my plate right now. So all those things are working against you, even if you haven't really identified it. But what I want to do now is to give you those 5 assessment questions so you can figure out where you are in what you believe about marriage. And that's number 1. What have I believed about marriage? And listen, this might be about marriage at large. It also might be about your marriage specifically. And if you haven't experienced a good marriage, if things have been just so or terrible, then you may be like, it's not even on my radar to think that marriage could be good. Maybe you never had a good role model. All right, before I give you the next 4, I need to ask, is this helping? If that's yes, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, second question for you. How have your beliefs affected your spouse? Do you know? Do you know if they know? So whatever you're believing, it is spilling over into your life. And it's affecting your actions and your behaviors. So your spouse does know something is going on. You're not hiding it from them. And actually, number 2 was, how have my beliefs affected my actions and my behavior? And then number 3 was, would these beliefs affect my spouse? So we kind of asked and answered 2 of those back to back. Okay, number 4. Am I willing to make the shift, to let go, to consider some new ways to think about marriage? If you can't even think, if you can't even conceive that marriage could be good, then there's no tool that's going to work for you. So we're doing the deep dig before we even lay the foundation. And my last question for you to assess yourselves would be, What is one thing that I hope for, one good thing in marriage? I want to give you a starting place. I want to give you something small that you can hold on to. Do you want better communication? That's so broad. Give me a specific example. What would that look like for you? So, I hope those got you started. If you want the complete list, I have a whole guide called Strong Start, and I'm happy to send that to you. Also, I want to invite you to a free Intimate Marriage Masterclass. It's being held on Thursday, October 3rd at 7 p.m. The registration is in the link in the description here. I invite you to come. I'm going to unpack so much that's going to help you to get to that sweet spot in your marriage, because if you can hope for it and you can get the tools for it, then yes, you can make it happen. So just remember, God's design for a thriving marriage is true connection in spirit, soul, and body.